In this video, I'm going to be teaching how to cut and sew this flare top. It's a full circle with Ankara on the neck area and then the lower part, and as you can see, the front. So I'm using this Ankara fabric and then this chiffon fabric for the top. So the fabric I had wasn't really big, but I managed to use it. So the width of this fabric is about 45 inches, and then the length is about 50 inches. So my light is very bright, I just realized, and then the numbers wasn't really showing, but then the width is about 45 inches and then the length is about 50 inches. That means the length is longer than the width. This is all I had, so I managed to use it like that. But if you have a bigger fabric, you can go ahead and do it as long as you want. First thing I'm going to be doing is to fold my fabric into 4. So you first fold it into 2 like this, and then fold it into 2 again. So at the end of the day, you get 4. So what I'm going to be doing now is to create my neckline. So the neckline solely depends on you, but all you have to do is it should be able to pass through your head. So you can see I have 4 ends at that side, and then when you come to the front area, I have 2 unfold. So I'm going to be marking down 4¼ inches. You can make this 3.5. It will still fit the neck. At the end of the day, the neck area should be more than 22 inches. This is because the normal head size is 22, which should fit, or which will help the neck pass through your head to your neck. I'm marking 4¼ inches from the point down. So you are starting at that point where my tape measure starts. Sorry, my light is so bright. I didn't realize it. So after that, I'll go ahead and then pin the other parts as well before putting in the measurement to cut. Because it's chiffon, it doesn't stay at one place. That is why I went ahead to pin. So you are going to mark to the end of it. Wherever it ends, you continue marking. So I think I had about 18.5 inches to 19 inches. Because of the brightness of the light, it's not that clear, but it's about 18.5 inches or 19 inches. So you go ahead and then mark that 19 inches all round till the end. By the end of the day, I realized it was very short at the front area if I'm to use the 19 or 18.5. So I decided to extend the center front. Since I have enough fabric over there, I decided to make that place longer. So instead of 19.5 inches, I made this particular part about 23 inches. So I marked 23 inches at that point. I came in to mark 22. I came in to mark 22 after the 23 inches. Then I marked 21. From that point, you mark 21. After that, I came to mark 20 at this point before connecting it to the 19 inches point. So as you can see, from the 20, I marked 19 at that point so that I can connect it to the end of the fabric, that particular point. So all you can do is to connect the points together. You can decide to go with the 19.5 inches if it is okay for you, but if you want the shape I have, you have to do from you have to mark from the 23 to the 19 inches to get the shape I have. After getting the shape, next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut out. So I'm going to be cutting that area out and then the neckline as well. So this is what I have. Next, I'm taking off my pins to show you what I have at the moment. So what I'm going to be doing next is to fold my fabric, my Ankara fabric this way. So you have something like a V. You're going to be cutting the center just like I'm doing so that we can cut out our fabric on bias, and then I'm cutting 2 inches. So make sure you indicate the wrong and then the right side, and then the intervals of the marking is 2 inches each. So after marking my 2 inches, I'll go ahead and connect the points together with my ruler before cutting out so that I can get the right size of bias I need. So you go ahead and then cut them out one by one, then join them together. So after cutting out, this is how it's going to be. So next I'm going to fold my fabric this way and then fold it on again. I'm going to be cutting out the circular structure in front of the top. So all you have to do is mark the size you want after cutting out. So I'm going to be using 4.5 inches, but then after marking the 4.5 inches, I realized it was too big for me. But if you are a thicker person and your outfit is bigger, I think this 4.5 inches to 4 inches is okay for you. But this was big for me, so I went ahead to reduce it to 3.5 inches. And you are going to be cutting 2 of this. So when you cut 2 of this, you are going to be cutting 2 lining as well. So all you have to do is to place them together with right side facing each other and then stitch. After stitching, make sure you notch all round. Since it's a circle, when you notch and turn, you'll get a perfect edge, or the shape of the circle will come out nicely. So this is what I have, and then I'm going to place it on top of my fabric. But before that, I'm going to press or divide my bias into 2 after joining by pressing it. So after pressing, what you are going to be doing is to apply this at the lower part or the hem. But then before you apply, make sure you fold the raw edge in just like I have done, and then place it on and stitch all round. But then before I stitch, I'll go ahead and then pin it down so that I get it right. With this bias, when you're stitching, make sure you don't stretch it. That is the reason why I am pinning it down, so that I don't stretch it. Make sure you are using the exact length and size. So after stitching, you're going to get something like this. And then you make sure the raw edge crosses the folded edge you placed on earlier. After that, just fold this to the right side of the fabric. That should tell you are going to stitch the bias on the wrong side. So after stitching on the wrong side, you're going to flip it to the right side, pin it together like I'm doing. Always make sure you pin together before you stitch to prevent or to help you get the right shape of the bias. So I went ahead to stitch it all around, and then this is what I have at the lower part. I'm going to be repeating the same step for the neck area. So fold the raw edge in and then pick the shoulder part of the blouse and then begin to pin. Pin it down like I did for the lower part or the hem. So you're going to pin this all around like I said earlier, and then take it to your machine and stitch. So it's basically repeating the same process we used for the lower part or the hem. I'm always stressing on pinning because it really helps. So after pinning, all you're going to do is to flip it or turn it to the right side and then pin. So you can decide to notch before you pin it down. It will all work out. So after pinning, I went ahead to stitch it down. This is what I have. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to place this circular structures on top of it and then stitch all around. Make sure it is at the center of your blouse. Make sure it is at the center of your blouse before you stitch. So I'll go ahead and then pin it down, take it to my machine and stitch. After stitching this, that will be all for the blouse. It's just a simple blouse. And then this is the area I turned out. Make sure you place it down and stitch all round. At the end of the day, this is what I have. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you another time. Bye.